Next up is a startup that's making user authorization software open source, allowing you to use any identity provider to authenticate your users. Sorry, I was out late last night. Let's hear it for Cerbos.
Good morning. We are at the moment of a great decoupling. Not the one that economists speak of GDP and wages, or even us from our offices recently, but a fundamental shift in how applications are designed and architected. No more do we have these big monolithic applications that take months to design or build. We're now in a world where you can pick components off the shelf and recombine them and remix them in order to build your application. And more often than not, those components are free and open source. Open UK last year ran a survey and found that 89% of companies are now building their software using these building blocks that are out there and free and off the shelf to use. And with this, Cerbos is coming into play. With Cerbos, our goal is always never to reinvent the wheel. Our team's experience at the likes of Google, Microsoft, and Elastic, we've seen firsthand the amount of time, resource, and energy required to build out these common architectural infrastructure components. Things like authentication, authorization, and user identity. Having then moved on to work in numerous startups, we've seen firsthand what it means to take the engineers off building your core product and put them onto this niche hit squad that then spend 2-3 months going and building this core component, which is then left to sit in the corner and build technical debt as your requirements change. Thankfully, there is a better way now. With Cerbos, we view a world with a key focus of composability. Much like Lego blocks as kids, or not so much as kids these days playing with them, we see the world where you go and pick these components off the shelf. From my own experience as an enterprise product manager working on a MarTech platform, I can tell you the most painful projects I've ever had to do were to take my engineers off working on roadmap items, which, let's face it, was probably committed to a customer, to go and rebuild and rethink or re-architect something we built a while ago. And thankfully, there is a better way now. So Cerbos, the building block we're focusing on to give you that core foundation is authorization. That bit that sits inside of every bit of application code that decides who can do what. It's a cornerstone of every B2B or B2C application where you have any sort of collaboration, where users of different roles are trying to interact to achieve some sort of common goal. We released Cerbos as a free and open source solution a year ago, and we already thankfully have users from startups through to multi-billion-dollar enterprise companies using Cerbos today. With use cases across real estate, fintech, telcos, and dev tools, we're certain Cerbos can help you move faster in your business. So to the startups out there, I say, please do not reinvent the wheel. And to the investors out there, I say, please don't let them. Thank you very much.